Good afternoon or evening, depending on when you guys are tuning into this or what time zone you're in. Back at our Starship testing facility, as you can see, I've got 10 of the same ship. Now, what I've done is I farmed out an entire planet, and a couple of them actually, trying to determine how many ships are on a planet. So we'll get into that. I've also got some more information on supercharger slots. That'll be towards the end or later half of the video. For right now, let's get into it. So let's go right to the sheet. So to keep track of everything, I made a spreadsheet. So I did 2 planets. First planet was a moon. I found 21 ships. And the second planet was rather large. I found 378 unique ships. So first planet was pretty short. There's probably some more on there. I didn't farm it completely because you start getting 7, 8 duplicates in a row. Now I've got the sheet set up so that it turns them red when I get duplicates. As you can see here, when both lines are duplicate, it's a duplicate spawn, or both lines are red. And I will make this sheet available. I've got some more work to do on it first, and it's up on Google Sheets, so I'll make that publicly available probably in the next week or so. Like I said, I've got some more work to do on it. It's just I like to work with a raw sheet. At any rate, what you see, you measure the planet, you go to the latitude, or the it would be the equator of the planet. So your first numbers are zeros, and I go a half degree, so 0.5 units, and then or latitude, and then measure that in units. And in this case, on the moon, that was 143 units, and on the planet, that was 506 5064.5 units. And that gives us our planet circumference, calculate the radius from there, total planet surface area. As you can see, a massive difference on size. And I've got it set up to average, as I add the ships, average how many ships are on a planet. So it'll kind of predict, like this planet here I'm getting ready to farm is going to be similar to the moon. It's again another moon, and that is planet 4, and that is this ship here. Planet 2, of course, was this guy. I didn't get a picture of ship 1. I'll have to go back and grab that. But it all calculates out. So let me go to here. I have all the coordinates and the glyph decoder. So on this, out of the 378 ships I found, we had just under 43% C class, just over 38% were B class, and B class tended to be where the best upgrades were for to S. The A classes were, a little over 18%, and it was about 0.5% in S class, which was a little lower than I thought. We only found 2. We should have found about 4, based on the 1% for a 2-star economy planet. Basic stats for a ship that's upgraded to S class is a 502.2 for maneuverability. The natural S, oddly enough, was quite a bit lower at 482.2, and unfortunately, the natural S classes had some really unfortunate supercharger slots. So let's see, where is that second one? There it is, and it's just the best one I could find was a 211. So it's not always, to get a natural S class is not always the best bet. If your planet seed, which is this number, you're upgraded to S class, has a low number, you have a good chance of having better numbers on the S class. But there's so few S classes on a planet, the odds of getting a natural S with good base stats and good superchargers is relatively low. So I don't really focus on those. I focus more on the planet seed, what upgrades to S. So every ship A, B, or C upgrades to these numbers on their stats. So, and then with each one of these in a single supercharger slot, that gives you an idea of how much it upgrades. Now let's see here. Now I said I did find the 2 natural S classes, and you'll notice they were both different. Whereas the A, B's, and C's the numbers are about the same, which is weird. But natural S class is very widely, and like I said, the odds of finding a good one with good supercharger slots is pretty slim. So this is the glyph decoder I use, and then I use your take a screenshot, use your coordinates. You can punch those in a portal and go right to this planet. Of course, just a second, there we go. We'll be back at the testing center. I've got 10 ships, varying in supercharger slots from a three square with one removed all the way up to a 4 square, and we'll go over performance differences. Now all of these ships have completely maxed out mods. So let me go back into here. So this one is the 4 square, but all of these mods are exactly the same now, and they're max rank. Everything is max. Now I do not use a save editor. I used a save editor for one thing so far, and that's just for the temporal starship trail, and that's because I cannot do Expedition 7 offline yet. It's really buggy, so I just edited that and put it in. So we have everything from the expeditions and all your mods. Now I only use 2 guns. I use the Inferknife for my main damage and the phase beam to recharge shields. So that's my basic build. I do that with all my ships. Now without expeditions, the numbers are considerably less, about 400 to 500 units slower at maximum speed, but you lose 2 starship trails and the tentacled figurine. Now everybody should be able to get the tentacled figurine because that's still going on. So if you haven't finished it, get your figurine, because it does change your movement. And you'll notice that the configuration has changed. It used to be you put Polo in the middle, but now that dramatically reduces your speed. Now I can put Polo in the middle and rearrange this and get my maneuverability up, but my speed goes down. It's actually faster in this particular configuration. And let's see anything else on stuff. Now this mod, as far as I know, the Phoenix Core only comes from the Starborn Runner, which is Expedition 12. Now you can do all these expeditions offline. Just do a Google search for running expeditions offline, and there's a GitHub. You just replace a single file, and let me show you that file. Let's see here, get back into that. There we go. So it comes into your cache, and you just delete this file and replace it with a new expedition. It just changes the date. All the information's still in there, so you're not really hacking it. You're just changing a single file. You go offline, change the file, play your expedition. When you're finished it, claim everything, all the rewards, then delete this file, and then go back into Steam and go back online. It'll replace it with a current file. Instructions are really easy. Like I said, there's a quick video online. I'll try and link that in the descriptions as well once I post this on YouTube. So there is that. Alrighty, so let's get down to it. Let's go to our first ship. Oh, hang on a second. So what we're going to, it looks like about, the square kilo units per ship. It's right around 600, and it's going to vary some just from RNG, but you're about 600 square kilo units per ship on the planet. So the bigger the planet, the more ships. This planet was rather large, 378, and then of course, like I said, a moon. I had 21. I'll probably go back and do the moon some more. It just gets a little mind-numbing doing duplicates back to back and try and get the maximum number of on this one. I probably won't do that here. Even a 10% difference is gaining another 38 ships, and I'd probably have to farm another 150 to get that. And all of this took me off and on about 2 weeks, so I've got better than 40 hours in just these 2 planets. So it's quite a bit of work. But there is your answer to how many ships are on a planet. It depends by planet size. I initially was doing 1 degree, but the larger planets, it's just too hard to measure, so I do it a half a degree, and then multiply that out. You can see the formula here. And I said, I'll make this available. So you figure you get your circumference, you can figure your radius, get the planet area, and this number is calculated by how many ships you've actually found based on the actual planet size, and this is the average. So, all right, let's do a little ship testing. I'm going to show you a couple things. Now, this is a 2x. So we've got 2 here, and then the 2 are adjacent. Now, the Phoenix core typically does well connected to the other X-Class mods. And then, of course, supercharging the Luminous engine does really well. So it gives us a maneuverability of 4607. That number changes based on the supercharger layout. Let's go for a little spin real quick. So pretty fast. 1194. Hit the boost. 1258. So that's with a 2 with 2 connected or close. Let's fly back and grab another one. Now, I did a video similar to this. The difference on these ships is I have most of the layouts of the supercharger slots. So all these ships are comparing with the same base seed, which means they're identical. They have the same stats. The only thing difference is the supercharger slots. Now this one is a 2x2. And we are 2 here and 2 here. And you'll notice maneuverability is quite a bit lower, but speed-wise, it does pretty good. You can crank that maneuverability up, but a lot of times you lose speed in doing that. So you just have to move every mod around and test it and see what gives you the best performance out of everything. See, again, that 2x2 is almost the same speed as the other one. Boosted, roughly the same exact speed. So not a big difference between 2x or a 211 as long as they're close. If they're separated, you'll get considerably less numbers, as you're losing out on too many adjacencies. Oh, I didn't want this spot. Let's put this back. Landed on the wrong hole. Now I recommend coming to this portal location. I don't know if the different locations or different planets affect speed differently, so I test all at the same planet. You guys are welcome to come to this base. It's been uploaded. It's still work in progress. I haven't figured out really what I want to do with the inside of the base yet. I do have, just a quick segue, the bar area fairly well done, but I have the other side and the top and some outside decorations to do. Just haven't really been inspired on that. So if any ideas, comment, recommend. Now this one is a 3+1. You'll see a significant difference here. So we've got the 3 and then the 1, and you're still getting your adjacency bonuses. And again, 4475 3 for maneuverability. That number can go a lot higher, but you lose it again. You lose speed. So let's see what she does. So just around 1200. Add some boost. Around 1266. So you're not getting a huge difference. And bear in mind, these are all the mods that affect maneuverability and all at max rank. And I've spent hours maximizing the layout so that they're in the best positions. And that is well worth your time. Alright, so here's a 3-1 with a diagonal. It's actually touching the other slots, which is optimal. Making 3 square right here. And then again, Phoenix core and adjacent to your X-Class mods, supercharge your Luminous drive. Don't forget, launch thrusters, boost. These have a huge impact on Well, let's take them off and show you. These are a huge impact on the speed of the ship. Let's take off real quick. So we're right about 1200 unboosted. So what do we get now? So, like I said, don't forget your launch thruster mods. It makes a big difference. You're looking at 360 plus movement difference. Those are very easy to get. There's only 2 stats on the pirate mods. You could really just go with good S-class mods. But if you really want to go fast, it's important to max all your mods out. Now we get into the good stuff, the 4 connecteds. We have an L, horizontal L, again luminous drive, and supercharged. And you'll notice too the maneuverability is slightly higher on that. It's just mainly because of the layout. But you'll also see she's a little bit faster. About 1225, add some boost, 1290, 1291. And you'll get some variance in there, just based on the way the game does math. It does a lot of rounding, so you get some inconsistencies, but you're only talking like 1 or 2 units in speed. Now you're going to notice something very interesting on all of these 4 connected supercharger slots. The variance is almost non-existent. So I believe what we're getting up is a soft cap for all the mods, because there's roughly 20 mods that affect your speed. So again, 12, 24, right up to 1289. And this one is another L. It's just off the side by 1. So the same exact layout, just in a position over 1. And this one, oddly enough, was faster with these guys up instead of on the side, which was interesting, considering the layout's exactly the same. So positioning can make a difference too. I'm not really sure how they calculate that math. I'm sure somebody out there knows. All right, a few more to grab. I've read a lot in the forums of varying opinions on what the best slots are, where it's stepped or a T, or a lot of varying opinions. But as you're seeing here, there's very little in the difference. That's fine right there. Alright, so this is another L. I believe this one's vertical. Again, similar layout, Phoenix Core, Luminance Drive, Max Rank mods, of course. And I'll tell you how to get all of these mods here as soon as we're done with the testing. I'll go over that. It's actually quite simple. Very easy when there is an expedition going on. Alright, again, 1225, 1290. So virtually the same exact numbers on all 3 of those ships. Let's get back and grab the other one. Yeah. Alright, 3 more real quick. There's your 4T, so it's an upside down T. Again, similar layout on the superchargers. You have to move everything around these guys and just see where the best numbers are. The maneuverability is a little misleading. You can go higher on maneuverability, and a lot of times it will slow you down. So again, 1225, 1290, 1291. the next one is a four-stepped, which I hear a lot of people talking about. It's the first one I've found with any decent numbers. And it's stepped out this way. Again, oh, I got interference from those larger ships. That'll change here in a second. There we go. 1289, 1224. Within one. So that's actually slightly slower, about 0.5% or something like that. And we'll grab the four square last. Well, we'll do my starter ship. I got really lucky on this save. I got a three square starter ship. So I've kept that just for comparison purposes. Let's grab this four square next. Now this is the big one. Everybody wants a four square. Fastest ship is a four square. Well, let's see what it does. Exactly the same. It's actually a little slower by about that same 0.5%. Go to boost, 1289. So any four connected superchargers is going to be fast. Four square, it just depends on if you prefer a different layout for your mod layout. That's just going to be preference. It will gain you no performance and speed whatsoever. However, if you're going to be supercharging your guns, and I use the Inferknife, I've got a spreadsheet here I'll show you. Let's go to, did I not put that in here? Oh, it's on a different sheet. Let's add, let's go down and check that out. Let's see. Here we go. Test bench with the, now they did it at Planet 2, so all 10 ships. Inferknife damage, all the same. So same exact seed. This is unmodded. Just put the Inferknife on, and that's the damage. Put it in a supercharger slot. Then with max mods, here's the difference. So you'll notice the four square actually a little bit lower than your stepped and your T. Those are higher damage. Until you change your boost to weapons, then you'll notice the four square actually does more. So the boost is somehow affecting that adjacency bonus, I would imagine, but you actually lose bonus, which was really interesting on these two, where they go higher here. So damage potential doesn't really change with the Inferknife. It was just wanted to see the percentage for the supercharger slots. And that's it. So if you're going to run max damage boosted, four square is better. If you're just going to run, use all your supercharger slots, you're not going to play with the boost using on a PC, that's a question mark / If you're not going to mess with that, then a 4T and a 4-step is considerably more damage. Realistically though, I don't even put my weapons on a supercharger slot. I just group them together and they decimate stuff. You can take out a pirate dreadnought with any C-class ship without putting their weapon on a supercharger slot that you pick up at the space station from any NPC. I've done it, and I actually probably ought to do a video on that. It's fairly straightforward. So there's you go, your bonus information, supercharger slots for maneuverability. As long as they're four connected, doesn't matter what you get. Damage, if you're one of those, you got to do the maximum. You want the total maximum damage, either a 4T or a 4-step. Now this may change with the different planet seed, seeing how the multipliers work. I will keep testing and update if I find any differences. I'm not really foreseeing that, but let's go back into the game. And let's grab that starter ship just for a fun one. Now this is again all max rank mods. optimal mod locations. So maneuverability, 20 is considerably less, 2787. Speed's not too bad though. I mean, it's considerably slower than an Interceptor, but it doesn't have the bonus. But you're looking at north of 800 units a second and almost 900. This is my starter ship. But like I said, I was fortunate and got a 3 square. Now I can move this adjacent, and it'll slow it down. So if it's a 3 separate, you get your best speed by building your mods in one place, your speed mods, of course, your Phoenix core, and then your built mods and your pulse engine will be the best layout if it's a 3 separated. If that one is too far away. Ideally, you'd want it close for the bonus, but like I said, this is the cards I was dealt. Okay, so how do we get all of these mods? Well, I just try and get one mod. I work on one at a time, and there's two ways to do that. You can just get a metric boatload of those mods and just open them. Or what you can do is get 5 or 6 of the same mod and then go to the space station and buy some C-class mods, because all the mods work. When you open a mod, it uses a seed, and there's a list. So every time you open a mod, it advances that seed. So what I'll do is I'll open 5 X-class mods and check their stats. If they're no good, what I will do is immediately reload the game from the space station. Make sure to exit your ship, get that save. Um, Open the mods after the save, reload so you have those back. Go buy 5 C-class mods at the space station. Open those. Jump in and out of your ship. Open them and then I just delete them off. Use your center button on PC and delete them. And then jump in and out of your ship and open 5 more X-class mods, and you'll notice that the seed advances. So you get 5 different ones. And I just continue doing that until I get one max rank mod. And I'll do that for everything on a spaceship. So I've got, I did it on shields. Oops. Now the Fandom has your shield strength at 40. I spent quite a little bit of time looking for a 40% shield strength. It's the max is 38. Check the save editor. Max is 38. Checked on the forums. There might have been a 40, but if there is, it's stupid rare. So you get one of each. You get one pulse engine, one shield. One of your hyperdrives at 320 light years. Your launch thrusters at 10% boost, 25% launch cost, and of course your weapons. These are max damage 6, heat dispersion 13, fire rate 15, and of course, which makes for a ridiculous Infraknife. It's almost 25,000 DPS. And then I do the same as the phase beam, which I pretty much just use to recharge my shields. But this does it really fast. So you don't have to fiddle with your quick buttons. I just switch weapons, charge my shields, and go back to the Infraknife and melt them. But once you have one of each of these, the easy thing to do is start an expedition. And when you start an expedition, let me come up and show you real quick. Let's go to the anomaly. Choose that ship that has that mod on it. And when you come in the expedition, as soon as you can get to the space station, the anomaly, for about 2,800 nanites or so, you can buy that ship. And once you have that ship in your possession, you want to go back to your regular save. Oh, let me get on the right button. And then you can recover that ship and make a copy from the anomaly, from the console. So now you'll have an extra ship with another of those same mods, and do that 2 times. Just make 2 of those. So when you go to a select equipment, I did 15 already. I just did another expedition offline, so whenever you do that, it resets. So whatever ship you start with, it'll put it down here. So get into the expedition, get to the anomaly, recover the starship that you put in here for around 2800 nanites. You'll see that it has those max rank X class mods on it, and then go back to your the main save through the console, and you'll see that you can make a copy of that ship now. So you want to make 2 copies of that, and then take those max rank X class mods and put them on your main ship. Make that your active ship. Well, so it'll have all the mods. And once that's your active ship, go back into the expedition, and you'll see you can now claim inside the expedition a starship with maxed out mods. And you're done. When you in the expedition, you can make 12 copies of those and have 12 sets of full rank mods just like I have. Now on my starter ship, I keep an extra set because I've always got one ship that's just scrap. Let me go here. So this guy, I've always got one ship that when I'm looking for stuff. But if I want to put mods on it, I always have those in my starter ship. So I've got 12 full sets of max rank, fully equipped mods. And that's basically how you do it. It's really easy. If you're not in an expedition, the expedition ends in about 3 weeks. If you're unfortunate and they don't have an expedition starting right away, you can do a quick Google search on how to run the expeditions offline. And you can run all of them except for 7. 7 is still bugged. All you gotta do is start one. You don't even have to finish it. Run it offline, make your copies, and when you're done, go delete that file. And that was, oops, let me get you over here. That was here. And again, you just go into this file, and it may be a little different for you. Mine's hello, of course, C, Hello Games, No Man's Sky, this folder. Go to the cache, scroll to the end, and this is your season data cache. You delete that file, go back online on Steam, launch the game, it'll give you a new file, and now you have it all. You're all set and ready to go. Here. Now I will be doing another video. I haven't done my multi-tool yet, going for max rank mods. I haven't even fully worked this out yet, but I will be getting max ranks on these, and I'll do a video on the multi-tool, because you can do that same thing with the expedition trick to duplicate. You make copies. You're not even, it says it right in the game, copy it. So it's not even an exploit. It's right in the game. This is a tool that's available for everybody during an expedition, and that will save you so much time finding all your mods. And even if you just want one full set, all you need is one mod max rank, and you can copy that 2 more times and have everything you need. Now I think this is the next ship I was going to do a test on. I'm getting that glitch here. Let's reload that real fast, because I'm looking for something with lower stats. So I want to see if we're against, at that 1290, if we're up against a soft cap, which I believe we are. So I'm going to farm this ship out and try and find something with a 4 connected, and see if it runs, what the speed differences are. It should be a little slower, but I'm trying to find out where that cap is. At any rate, let's see, here's that. No, it's still giving me the glitch. That is so weird. Let me try switching ships again. Come on. My mouse center button is a little goofy for some reason. There we go. Yeah, still giving me a glitch, but I can go to here and get it. That was Planet 4 ship. Yeah, so that's got a 457 base, so almost 50 less maneuverability on the base numbers. So I'm going to farm this one out, and that's the portal codes for this ship. And of course, the ship you just saw. Take a screenshot here. Here's a cipher for what's where. There's a little bit of everything. If you want a 2x2, These are your coordinates. And as I said, once I finish this sheet, I will make it available and post it in one of my videos, if not all of them. Thanks for tuning in. If you're seeing this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're watching this on Twitter, or Twitch, sorry, go ahead and give me a follow. And look forward to any and all comments that you might have. Ship recommendations. Where would you like me? What would you like me to?